Ain't Little Lizard Gaming.
Here's what you're going to need. You'll need some white sand clay, then grab some white wool,
Why what?
then grab black wool, dark grey, purple, dark green, and finally grab yourself some lime green wool. And those are the only colours that you're going to be needing. So once you have each one of those,
Hey, last video we put dinner play.
I'll be making it right here.
Hey, you want to see more? That's subscribe.
With a row of 8 dark grey in a row
1,
on
2,
the floor.
3,
So
4,
that's
5,
1, 2,
6,
3,
7,
4,
8.
5, 6, 7, 8. Just like that. And that is the base row of your Little Lizard Gaming statue. So once you've got that row taken care of, this is what you want to do for rows 2 and 3. So for the next 2 rows, starting from the left hand side, you want to do this sequence of blocks. Do 1 lime green, 2 dark green, 2 lime green, 2 dark green, 1 lime green. And like I said, you want to have that for 2 rows.
Oh, I messed up somewhere. Did I miss that?
So once you've done that to one, do the exact same thing to the next one as well.
Might be 8
For
and
the
9.
next 2 rows again, do 2 solid rows of a lime green wool. So that'll be 1 and 2, just like that. For the next 2 rows again, do 2 dark green in the 2 center spots of the row, and then just do a lime green wool everywhere else. So, like I said, just do that exact same thing to both rows. For the next 2 rows again, do 4 lime green in the 4 center spots of the row, and then do dark green everywhere else. For the next row, do an entire row of lime green wool. For the next 2 rows again, going from left to right, do 1 lime green, 2 dark green, 2 lime, 2 dark, 1 lime. And like I said, that's for 2 rows. So once you've done that first row, do the exact same thing to the row above. For the next row, going from left to right, do 2 lime green, 2 dark green, 1 lime, 2 dark green, 1 lime. And once you've got that row taken care of, if you do yourself a favour and do 2 rows of full white clay coming out of the left and right hand side of that row, just like this. And what you've done there, or what you're going to do there, is you're just going to mark out where the bottom of Little Lizard's arms are going to be. Since his legs and torso and head all meld in together, it's all one big giant pattern in the body. So for the next row, once you've got your 2 rows of 4 clay, just focusing on top of these green blocks for now. Going from left to right, you want to do for the next row 2 dark green, 3 lime green, 2 dark green, 1 lime green. For the next row, do 2 dark green, 1 lime green, 2 dark green, 3 lime green. For the next row, do 3 lime green, 2 dark green, 1 lime green, 2 dark green. For the next row, do 1 lime green, 2 dark green, 3 lime green, 2 dark green. For the next row, do 1 lime green, 2 dark green, make the rest of the row lime green. For the next row, do 5 lime green, 1, 2, 3, 4,
1, 2,
5,
3, 4, 5.
2 dark green, 1 lime green. For the next row, do 2 lime green, 2 dark green, 1 lime green, 2 dark green, 1 lime green. For the next row, do 2 lime green, 2 dark green, make the rest of the row lime green. For the next row, do 1 lime green, 2 dark green, then make the rest of the row lime green. For the next row, do 1 lime green, 2 dark green, 2 lime green, 2 dark green, 1 lime green. And for the final row of the torso, do 2 lime green, 2 dark green, 1 lime green, 2 dark green, 1 lime green. And what you want to end up with is something that should like this. So
That's the end of it there.
taken care of, all we have to do to completely finish the front of our our statue is the arm. So once you've reached this point right here, come all the way over to the right hand side of your statue, and on top of this first row of 4 white clay, stack another row directly on top of it. So you want to have 2 rows of 4 white clay. You then want to add a layer of lime green wool. Then for the next 2 rows, starting from the left hand side, do 2 dark green, 1 lime green, 1 dark green, and like I said, that's for 2 rows, so do the exact same thing to the row above it. Then for the next row, do an entire row of lime green wool. For the next 2 rows, do 2 dark green, 2 lime green, so like I said, 2 rows. For the next 2 rows, again do 3 lime green, 1 dark green, so that's 2 rows. For the final 2 rows of the arm, do 2 dark green, 2 lime green, so do the exact same thing for 2 rows, and what you want to end up with is the exact same thing here. So on top of this first row of 4 white clay, stack another row of 4 white clay, followed by a layer of lime green. Then doing everything else going from left to right, do 2 rows of 1 dark green, 1 lime green, 2 dark green, and like I said, that's for 2 rows. Then do a row of lime green. Then for the next 2 rows again, do 2 lime green, 2 dark green, that's 2 rows. Then for the next 2 rows again, do 1 dark green I should say, and then make the entire rest of the row lime green. That's 1 dark green, 3 lime green. For the final 2 rows,
Shout out
do
and comment
2
on
lime
that.
green, 2 dark green, and that will finish off the entire front of the statue. So let me just show you what this whole thing wants to look like, which you've got the legs, the top. Take out your dark grey wool and extend each end of the backs of the feet out of the back of the statue, each by 3 like this. So take each end of the bottom of U shape. Very simple. That's just the entire base of our statue. So what we're now going to do is we're now going to build up on top of this back row of 8 dark grey wool, and we're just going to build up the entire back of the statue, very similar to how we just built up the entire front of the statue. So going up on top of these 8 dark grey blocks, this is what you want to do for the second row of the back. Do 4 dark green wool in the 4 center spots of the row, and then do lime green wool everywhere else. For the next 2 rows, do 4 lime green wool in the 4 center spots of the row, then do dark green everywhere else. For the next row, do an entire row of light green wool.
I like see the you like to see the inside the game craft shit.
Everywhere else. For the next row, do an entire row of light
I didn't
green
realize that it was too
For the next row, place a single lime green on the ends of your row, and then do a dark green everywhere else. For the next row, do an entire row of lime green wool. You know what, this next bit is probably going to be easier if you move the black closer to your greens. If you move the black, dark green and lime green next to each other, it'll just make this next bit a little bit faster. So for the next row, and all of this is just going to be built going from left to right, guys, since it's a little bit tricky. So going from left to right, do 1 lime green, 1 black, 1 lime green, 2 dark green, 1 lime green, 1 black, 1 lime green. For the next row, do 1 dark green, 1 black, 1 lime green, 2 dark green, 1 lime green, 1 black, 1 dark green.
I got confused now. I just look at the I just look at the field now, man.
For the next row, do 1 dark green, 1 black, 1 dark green, 2 lime green, 1 dark green, 1 black, 1 dark green. For the next row, do 1 lime green, 1 black, 1 dark green, 2 lime green, 1 dark green, 1 black, 1 lime green. For the next row, do 1 dark green, 1 black, 1 lime green, 2 dark green, 1 lime green, 1 black, 1 dark green. For the next row, do 1 dark green, 1 black, two dark green, one lime green, one dark green, one black, one lime green. For the next row, do one dark green, one black, two dark green, two lime green, one black, one lime green. For the next row, do two lime green, one black. I'll start that again for you guys. Two lime green, one black, two lime green, one black, two lime green. For the next row, do two lime green, one black, one lime green, one dark green, one black, one dark green, one lime green. For the next row, do two dark green, one black, one lime green, one dark green, one black, one dark green, one lime green. For the next row, do two dark green, one lime green, two black, three lime green. For the next row, do one lime green, two dark green, two black, two lime green, one dark green. For the next row, do one lime green, two dark green, two black wool, one dark green, one lime green, one dark green. For the next row, do three lime green, two black wool, one dark green, two lime green. For the next row, do two dark green, then five lime green, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then one dark green. For the next row, do two dark green, two lime green, two dark green, one lime green, one dark green. And for the final row of the back, do four lime green, two dark green, two lime green. And what you want to end up with is something that should look a little bit like
These guys were a
It's
little bit on
ever
the
so
back.
slightly tricky just because it's a big giant mess of colour. Once you've got that taken care of, all we have to do now are the backs of the arms. So the backs of the arms start in the exact same position as they do on the front, and they actually start in a similar way. They start off with two rows of four white clay and then one row of lime green wool, but that's where the similarities end. So if you start on this left hand side first and you just do these three rows, two rows of white clay, then one row of lime green, then everything else just goes out the window. We've got to build them individually from the front. So for the next row of the back of the arm, do this. Starting from left to right, do one lime green, two dark green, one lime green. And as a matter of fact, the next row is the exact same, so do that for two rows. For the next row, do an entire row of lime green wool. For the next row, do one dark green, three lime green. For the next row, do one dark green, one lime green, two dark green. For the next row, do two lime green, two dark green. For the next two rows, do two solid rows of lime green wool. For the final row of the arm, do one lime green, two dark green, one lime green. And what you want to end up with is something that should look exactly like this. Start off similar. You want to do your two rows of four white clay, followed by your one row of lime green, one lime wool, and then we can build up all of the other rows individually. So for the next two rows, going from left to right, do one lime green, two dark green, one lime green, and like I said, that's for two rows, so 1 and 2. Then for the next row, do an entire row of lime green wool.
Oh man, not a commercial. I'll be right back. I'll be back.
Then for the next row, do three lime green, one dark green. Then for the next row, do two dark green, one lime green, one dark green. For the next row, do two dark green, two lime green. For the next two rows, do two solid rows of lime green wool. For the final row of the back of the arm, do one lime green, two dark green, one lime green. And what
I never
a
like
little
mess up
bit
again.
like this. And
I went
this
too
is
far.
the entire back
Fast.
of your statue down to the bottoms of the feet. The way that we're going to do the sides of the statue, first of all, we're going to build up on top of this left block here, and then we're going to do the very same thing with the right block that we have here as well. So building up on top of this left block, going directly up, do 8 lime green wool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Then make the rest of the leg dark green wool. For the next row, do 2 lime green, followed by 2 dark green, then 4 lime green, 1, 2, 3, 4, then make the rest of the leg dark green wool. Once you've got the legs taken care of, you now want to move all your way up to the bottoms of the arms. Fill the bottoms of the arms in with white stained clay, like this. And once you've done that, we're going to do the exact same thing. So on top of this left block here, do 1 white clay, followed by 3 lime wool, 1, 2, 3, then 2 dark green, then 2 lime green, 2 dark green, 1 lime green. Just like that. For the next row, do 1 white clay, then 3 lime green, 2 dark green, then make the rest of the row completely lime green to give you this.
And use it by now.
Once you've done that, all you have to do is fill in the top of the shoulder with dark green wool, just as I've done like that. You only have to come in by 3. You can come in by more, but don't come in by less, otherwise you'll have holes in your statue. And what you want to end up with, once you finish that, is something that should look a little bit like this. And that is the
That might be the bad thing. Alright, we're back.
Once you've got that taken care of, you can now move all the way over onto the opposite side of your statue, and finally we've got an easy bit. All we have to do to complete this side of the statue is look directly forward at what we did on that side and copy it onto this side. It's as simple as that. Just literally look directly forward at what you did on that side and just copy it onto this side, block for block. So those are the legs taken care of, and these are the arms that we're now taking care of as well. Here, then lime green for some rows. Here. Yep, that's about right. Then 2 rows of dark green. Then we've got some more lime. Then dark green here. Then lime green everywhere else. And then we just, that's about
Do you
right.
really
Then
do like
2
alright?
rows of dark green. Then we've got some more lime. Then dark green here. Then lime green everywhere else. And then we just completely fill in the top of the shoulder with dark green wool. And there you go. All you have to do to complete that side of your statue is
I did this
look
right, I
directly
mean,
over
I
at the
don't know.
opposite side, see what you've done there,
It is right.
apply it. It is as easy as
Ow.
that. Once you've got both sides of your statue completely taken care of, all we have to do now is the head. So come all the
I
way
just stepped
around
on
to
something, I don't know
your
what was it.
statue and come all the way up to the top. A row of 8 lime green directly on top of that top row of the torso, like that. Now, here's where things get a little bit complicated because this skin is ever so slightly weird. So, for the next row, placing in front of this row of 8 lime green, going from left to right, do 1 lime green, then 1 white clay, 4 black wool, 1 white clay, then 1 lime green, like this. And what you now want to do is just build up on top of this most outward row, the one that we've just placed colour into. So, for the next row, do 1 lime green, 1 white clay, 1 black wool, 2 white clay, 1 black wool, 1 white clay, 1 lime green. For the next row, do 1 lime green, 2 white clay, 2 black wool, 2 white clay, 1 lime green. For the next row,
I did be stopping the show you have a screen.
1 white wool, 1 purple, 2 white clay, 1 purple, 1 white wool, 1 lime green. And for the next row, do 2 lime green, 2 dark green, then make
I forgot Pasta Fia. I need to see that. Why did we put up here?
Is something that should look a little bit like this. Now now here's where things get ever so slightly tricky. So what you now want to do once you've reached this point right here is you kind of want to add an extra layer of green wool in front of each one of the green wool blocks that you just placed around the face, like this. So you kind of want the face to be one block backwards in relation to what you've just made. So you kind of want to have made like an N shape on top of it, like an N shape with your green wool coming out in front of the face. What we're now going to do is build up on top of this outward row of 8 green wool right here. So on top of this row that I'm highlighting right now, going from left to right, do 1 white wool, 1 black, 1 white wool, 1 dark green, 1 lime green, 1 white wool, 1 black wool, 1 white wool. For the next row, do 1 white wool, 1 black, 1 white wool, 1 lime green, 1 dark green, 1 white, 1 black, 1 white. And for the final row of the front of the head, do 3 white wool,
1 lime green, 1 dark green, 3 white wool. So what you want to
I can remember the wow.
with in total is something that should look exactly like this. Now, all the way around to the back of the head, take out your lime green wool and take this first initial row of 8 lime green and extend it over the back of the statue until it overhangs the back of the statue by 2 rows, like this. As you can see, the front of the head and the back of the head overhang the front and the back of the statue. Once you've got that taken care of, you now want to come all the way to the back again and knock out these 2 right end blocks where you had lime green and replace them with dark green, like that. We're now going to build up the back of the head, the sides of the head, then the top of the head, then we're done. So for the second row of the back of the head, going from left to right, do 2 lime green, 2 dark green, 2 lime green, 2 dark green. For the next row, do 2 lime green, 2 dark green, 4 lime green. For the next row, do an entire row of lime green wool. For the next row, do 5 lime green, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 2 dark green, 1 lime green. For the next row, do 2 dark green, 3 lime green, 2 dark green, 1 lime green. For the next row, do 2 dark green, then make the rest of the row lime green wool. For the next row, do 3 lime green, 2 dark green, then make the rest of the row lime green wool to give you something which should look in total a little thing on this side of the head that we did on the back and pretty much everywhere else. So for the second row of the side of the head, going from left to right, you actually want to start off by doing 2 solid rows of lime green wool. So that'll be 1 and 2, just like that. For the next row, do 3 lime green, 2 dark green. For the next row, do 2 dark green, 1 lime green, 2 dark green. For the next row, do 2 dark green, make the rest of the row lime green. For the final 2 rows, do 3 lime green, 2 dark green, 1 lime green. And like I said, that's for the final 2 rows. So once you've got that first row taken care of, do the exact same thing of the head, and we can do the exact same thing on this side. Literally, to complete this side of the head, just look directly forward at what you did on the opposite side, and they are identical. So we're just going to build up this side of the head the exact same way that we built up that opposite side, and we should end up with something that looks exactly like that side that we just made. So once you've got the left and right towards the center of the head, like each by one, you guys can see where we have this dark green on like the left, right hand side and the back of the head like that, where we have those 2 dark green. It's actually very, very simple. So I'm just going to fill the area in with lime green wool. Then we can look at it, then we can look at the entire statue. So you want to end up with something that should look exactly like that. Really, really easy. And once you've got that taken care of, you should have 100% fully completed.
Mira, there we are. The little lizard gave me a statue. Right in the area. Bye!